You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network. Now the largest new media platform on the web and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith. Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AFTERBUZZ TV's Young and Hungry After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's Young and Hungry After Show.
All right, disclaimer, this is the only car song we could think of.
Bringing it back.
That's why we got this going on. Welcome, guys. This is Season 1, Episode 8 of Young and Hungry, called Young and Carless. Very well named.
Oh my gosh, I thought it was Young and Careless.
Oh. And moving on.
Also applicable.
Yes. Hi, guys. I'm Kate Aquillano, joined by...
I'm Heather Joy Smith.
I'm Sophie Schillaci.
And I'm Michelle Phi.
All right, guys, Episode 8.
Super cute.
It was a cute episode. It was a fun episode, but not a lot happened.
True.
Very light on like the plot development.
Yeah.
I guess character-wise, it was great.
Yeah.
For Gabi, and you know, we learned that she's without a mother, which is totally sad.
Yeah.
And it gives Josh an opportunity to show how much he cares about her. But plot-wise, there's no development. Other than that.
Yeah, that was basically it. But it was a little touching at the end. But let's get into it. So it opens with Sophia and Gabi in their car. I love Sophia. Freaking Amy is
So funny.
hilarious. But yeah, the car is a piece of crap. It's like held together with duct tape. I would not step foot in that car.
No. And I think Sophia, I was going to say Amy. Sophia, yeah. I felt like she was like even terrified to be in this car, and especially in San Francisco with the hills and everything.
Oh gosh.
No way would you get me in that car.
Oh gosh. But haven't we all had those friends that have that car?
Yeah.
And
I
you're
have
like,
a friend that I don't drive in high school that I did not drive with. I'm like, no, I'm not getting in that car.
Sometimes you're desperate though.
Yeah,
I don't think
you
at this
are.
age I would be desperate enough, but in high school, like no money, no car. I mean, Sophia and Gabi are living in San Francisco. I guess Sophia doesn't have a car, so desperate times.
Yeah.
I love when they're like, the brakes go out and they're like, oh, we had to jump out to save our own lives. I'm like, that's probably a sign you should get rid of your car.
Right. But how did like the car survive though? You know, like if it didn't have brakes, that's what
Those are the details we overlooked in this episode.
Yeah.
You have
so
another
true.
one later that
I do. There were a few things that didn't quite add up, but you know, that's the magic of television, so we're going to let it slide.
You're right.
But so she comes to work late. They're all like, Yolanda and Elliot are like, wait for it. She's going to be late. Josh is going to yell at her. And he comes in and he gives her a hug. And they're so jealous. That's like kind of the build up for where this episode's going.
Yeah, it was funny. And there was a lot of like expectations and then reality being different. Like every time there was a situation or like a confrontation, they were like, oh, this is what's going to happen. And there's no way you're going to make me feel bad. And then they would come back with something. So
It seems like
I
that
liked
always
that.
happens though in all the episodes.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
This is where the comedy lies.
Yes, exactly.
But Josh being that he is in love with Gabi,
Obviously.
he wants to go talk to the mechanic, because we all know mechanics can sometimes take advantage of girls because we don't know what we're talking about with cars. So he's like, tell me his name.
Well, we don't at this panel, but
I
I'm
know.
sure there are
Yes,
lots of females that know what they're talking about.
Some girls, me included.
Oh, yeah.
So he's like, let me go talk to the mechanic. I'll make sure. And he goes down to talk to him. He ends up trading it in. He doesn't know that it's her mom's car, but he ends up trading it in, getting her a new car. I was like, even if it wasn't her mom's car and it didn't have that sentimental value, like, it's a big step for an employer to get an employee a car. So obviously that
Bold
relationship,
moves.
True.
bold move for sure.
And it's funny to see Yolanda and Elliot like so jealous that she got the car and they didn't get anything. So Who knows? Maybe
I love that.
it shows a little, he does love her a little bit more than.
Well, we know,
Yeah.
despite what Jonathan said to us
Yes,
when he was here.
He
What a
was
little
playing.
liar
Yeah.
that man is, Jonathan.
Calling you out.
We know that he loves Gabby, obviously.
Yeah.
If he's willing to make a move that grand.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
big, big gesture. I kind of love how Yolanda and Elliot continue to feed off of each other, even in this negative way that's so funny. They just like, one without the other wouldn't work. They just are constantly like going at each other and like building it up.
I know. She's like the race card, the gay card, the age card, the Asian card. I laugh at those two probably the most.
Yeah, they're great together.
They play
Great
up
chemistry.
really, really well. So then she freaks out. He finds out that it was her mom's car. There was so much, sentimental value to it, and he goes back and they try. My favorite part was where they go back to the mechanic to try and get the car back, and she's like, "Oh, he's a millionaire. Just name your price."
And typical like dumb girl move.
Yeah.
The mechanic's like, "Yeah, 30,000, please."
Yeah.
So that probably wasn't the best move.
I love that it was like reverse bargaining though. Like first it was 10, then it was 20, then it was 30. Like, oh, let's make a deal. Like we'll just keep going higher and higher. Like I don't think any of them really caught on except for the mechanic.
But again, he loves her so much. He's like, "Yep, I'll give you the check."
Yep.
Like
They got us by the lug nuts.
exactly. The little one-liners in here get you.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's really well written.
I love that when we watch it too, we have the subtitles on. So, you catch things sometimes that you might not have heard it correctly, and then you see it on the screen. And
Yep.
sometimes it makes me laugh twice.
Yeah.
I do. I rewatched an episode. I was just flipping through channels. I rewatched it, and I was still laughing at everything. So, props to the writers. So obviously Gabby can't let him spend $20,000 to get this car back. They go back home. Yolanda and Elliot are caught up on everything. They go back to the mechanic as a couple to try and get the car back. My favorite when they try to yell, Denzel, Denzel, Denzel. When they like have to kiss each other because the mechanic obviously knows they're not a couple.
Of course. They're the most odd couple I think that there ever could be.
Yeah.
I love them like, oh, we touched like the first time.
And then Elliot like reverts back to like his mean comments. She's like, oh, we do that all the time.
Totally normal.
Totally normal. But I have a question for you guys. If you had to kiss someone you didn't want to, who would you imagine that person to be? They imagine Denzel. Who would you imagine?
I don't know. First thoughts I would have to go with Jesse Metcalf, but I know he probably wouldn't be like my top person.
He's a good choice.
But he's a good choice, solid choice. I could kiss him.
He's very cute.
decision.
And he has very white, nice teeth.
Yes.
It's a good
I've
point.
seen them in person. They're
point.
very nice.
What about you?
Okay, so my first instinct, like if you had asked me this a year ago, I would have said Paul Walker because I love him.
Love Paul Walker.
But now it just makes me sad. So I would say Zac Efron
That's a good one.
or Justin Timberlake.
Oh, yeah.
Those are
I've
my
seen him in
boys.
person, and he was standing next to me at SNL. I got to like sit up.
Justin
front.
Timberlake?
Yeah.
Girl! How tall is he?
He's a good height.
Okay.
He's a good height.
He's a good height.
Okay.
What about you?
I would say Nick Jonas.
Are you a Jonas
I
fan?
am. I love him.
He just
so
broke
much.
up with his, I don't know if
That
he
was
broke up, she
Joe.
broke up.
That was Joe. Yeah.
I'll take Joe, though.
Okay.
yeah.
But still, isn't Nick single? I think
No, he's with Olivia Culpo.
the-
Yeah.
Oh.
Good choice.
And
he has a new TV show that he looks really good for.
he has a new
Yes, he
music
does.
video that he looks
Oh my
really
God,
good
yes.
in.
I watched it all.
I bet you
I
did.
know.
And then
I
she
know.
sent me pictures of it, too, and I was
I
like,
know.
oh, geez.
Well, mine would be Tom Hardy because he's my favorite person ever, and I got to meet him once, best day of my life.
Where did you meet him?
Oh, I wish I could tell you this whole story, but it was at Bristol Farms. Just randomly.
Oh.
And it was the best, 20 minutes of my life.
Oh my gosh.
Got a
Nice.
picture, everything. I'll tell you all the story
You know who
later.
else would be jealous? My boyfriend, because he has a man crush on Tom Hardy.
Well, you know what? Mike and I can fight over him, and I will win, okay? But back to Young and Hungry. That doesn't work either. Yolanda and Elliot are not successful. So then they basically just steal the car from the mechanic who's
totally legit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fine. They're driving away. Of course, you're like, they're driving away and you're like, why is it working all of a sudden?
Yeah.
The bumper fell off of it like a scene ago, and they brought it there because it stopped working.
Yeah.
So how did they get it out of? I get they rolled it out of there, but how did they drive it?
Driving. And
they're driving up a hill. If you like look at the background thing.
details, like we said, details.
TV magic.
But so the car dies, like literally, and like literally
Shocking.
blows up. And
I'm glad Yolanda got out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But that was so like
was so
Yolanda of her just be like, oh, I'm waiting for the firemen.
I know. I wonder if somebody had if Sophia had to come back and just like drag her out. Or
that would
something.
have been funny if they showed like flames and the people are like dragging her. She's like,
No, I'm still waiting.
the firemen haven't come yet.
I wonder if she got to meet her fireman.
That
I
would
hope.
be a good storyline.
It would.
We need a man for Yolanda.
Oh, she had some just like
And then-
real hunky fireman boyfriend.
Oh,
Elliot
yeah.
and her can fight over him.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Show writes itself. Then they have a funeral for this car. A little ridiculous, but cute.
Yeah.
It was just so sweet how like she told everybody how much they meant to her, and it was very, it felt very genuine and loving, and all those warm fuzzies that you love to get.
I just found it funny that they were at her apartment. I'm like, could we have
I
done
know.
this at the nice apartment? But it's fine.
Was this
Well,
the
she
first?
had all those pies that they
Oh,
had
yeah.
to eat.
Oh yeah, and I
True.
guess she couldn't transport them probably.
No. Was this the first time that like Yolanda and Elliot had been
think
there?
so.
And
So
Well,
maybe even Josh?
as Elliot said, I'm allergic to squalor.
Squalor.
Oh, yes, that's
That was
right.
my favorite line of the episode,
Yes.
and so I'm assuming it was his first time.
Yeah. Do you think she kept the car that Josh got her?
maybe.
I
assume
hope
so.
so.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, she does have to get to work.
Yeah.
That'd be very silly of her to
But
give that up.
Yeah.
Very touching. Josh turns, was it the window handle?
Yeah.
Into an egg beater. I was
So
like,
cute.
that was really sweet.
That's such a legit like Etsy project
Yeah.
Oh,
or
you're
like
right.
Pinterest project,
I'm
right?
obsessed
Yep.
with Pinterest. I can
I
spend
bet
hours.
you are.
I am-
Kate Aquillano,
Look on my Instagram. It's like all of my crafts.
candle maker.
Yes.
That's right. Okay, so then Elliot tries to, do what Gabby did and get a new TV.
Yeah.
There's always closes, I feel, with an Elliot joke of like trying to
Yeah, it
weasel
does.
his way in. He's like, my dad, I don't even know what he said. HDTV, free shipping. And Josh was like, are you serious?
Yeah.
I know he's got to get a little more creative with it.
Yeah,
Which
that wasn't too
Elliot is sharp enough to think of something
knows.
better. So
All right.
he should think on that a little longer.
A little bit. He'll get better.
Yeah.
But overall, really cute episode. But like we said, I hope we have 2 more episodes. This is episode 8. 2 more to kind of like push the plot a little further. Obviously, we want to see Josh and Gabby. But I think it's time to get into predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
All right, Michelle, what do you think?
Okay, well, judging off of what we saw for the preview, obviously, Jesse McCartney is no longer there.
So sad. We want Cooper back.
I'm thinking hopefully this new guy that she's seen with, like they'll have a better relationship, and maybe it'll go far. I don't know.
But probably not because her
Yeah.
and Josh are destined to be together.
True.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're
But
right.
I do think I like this guy from the previews.
Yeah.
He looks cool. And sorry, are you done?
Yes.
I just totally like butted
yeah,
into
no,
here.
Predictions kind of just flow.
Yeah. That's the way it should be. So this isn't really a prediction, but I would like to see Yolanda with a man. I was thinking that at the end of this episode, a fireman would be great.
How funny would it be if Denzel walked in?
Oh my God. Can you
Denzel
imagine?
cameo, yes.
I mean, come on.
That would be so amazing.
It'd be amazing.
Good plan. Other than that, predictions wise, I don't know. We're getting close to the end. We're getting close to the wedding. I really like the mix-up that they showed in the preview where he says Caroline's a hoarder and Yolanda says she's a whore.
He's like,
Comedy
"Durr."
ensues. So I don't know. Good stuff to come, I bet, though.
I'd like to see Yolanda and Elliot kind of go after the same guy, and
Hilarious.
you
that
know,
would
the
be
guy
great.
be kind of like oblivious to the fact that they're both kind of fighting over him, because clearly they both like Denzel, so they have the same, you know, likes about a guy or whatever. So it'd be kind of funny if they fought over a guy. And it'll be interesting to see how Gabby's relationship with this new guy kind of flourishes in the next couple episodes.
If I'm not mistaken, I feel like IMDb said Jesse was in 3 episodes. I could be wrong. I don't have my
IMDb
phone.
lies. I've run into this on other shows.
Yeah? Because he was only in 2. Maybe he would pop in at some point and declare his love for Gabby. I don't know. That would just be awesome, though. A little more Jesse McCartney. So Caroline's back in the next episode. We saw maybe the whole, like, Josh... I don't know. I feel like Josh needs to get upset with her, and then that flows into the finale. Like a catalyst to like break off the wedding. Maybe something starts with them. I don't know.
You're right. There do need to be some cracks in the relationship, I think, before
maybe he
things
starts
end there.
seeing a different side of her that he doesn't like, and obviously questions the marriage and the wedding, and then Gabby's there to cheer him up, and obviously he loves her, so it's fine. But yeah, so we'll see what comes. 2 more episodes. Where can people find you on social media?
Well, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at _Michelle Phi.
I am at Sophie Schillaci on Twitter and Instagram.
You can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at Heather Joy Smith.
And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Kate Aquillano. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you next week, same time, same place. Bye, guys.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.